MS side of things, I am officially about 5 years, 3 months since my diagnosis of having MS, and I think in my last video to this one, I had just started on a first treatment. A lot has happened in 3 years in regards to treatments and how MS has affected me. I was on my first treatment of Aubagio, which is what I explained in the last video. That did not agree with me at all. It made me very, very sick. I was taken off that because it wasn't working. And I was put onto a second treatment called Tecfidera, which was a pill twice a day. That seemed to be working until I experienced a second relapse, and I was taken off that because a relapse shouldn't happen that quickly after starting a treatment. So I was taken off that, and I was put onto a third, more, I'm going to say aggressive. It kind of is, it kind of isn't. How it works on your immune system is more aggressive than other treatments. It's not the worst kind of treatment you could have. It's in the middle, and that is called Gilenya, and I'll show you. It's going to be back different. So that's what I'm on now. I take one pill once a day, and I have been on this bad boy for 2.5 years now, and this one seems to be working. This one is the treatment for me. My main symptoms that I'm dealing with, so if I, like my day-to-day MS symptoms are usually, I sometimes have word finding problems. I'll know the word I want to use, it's in there somewhere, it just will not come. So I have to, at this point in time, I've learned strategies and techniques to help me deal with those symptoms. So word finding issues, I try and find another word, or I try and describe it, and eventually it'll come. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. Information processing, I'm finding, especially in high stress situations, slows down. To give you an example, if I'm pressured to do something and someone gives me some numbers quickly or some instructions quickly, it just takes a little bit of time for them to settle and for me to follow. It's infuriating and annoying, and there's not much I can do about it apart from put strategies in place to help me work through them, which is usually trying to take down notes, asking people to go slower when they're giving me information. It's just a learning process to deal with those symptoms when they turn up. Some days are better than others. As I said, stress is a big factor in when those things happen. Cognitively, that's kind of what I'm dealing with on a day-to-day basis, and I have better days than others. Other symptoms that are pretty much present all the time, especially down this leg, from about here all the way down the outside, I have a constant water flowing sensation, and I couldn't tell you if it was hot or cold water, but it's just there's water constantly running up and down my leg. Obviously there isn't, it's just nerve signals from my leg getting interrupted up to this side of my brain. That gets worse if I get sick, if I'm stressed, if I'm feeling run down. It gets stronger and stronger, and that's constant now. That used to come and go, but that's always happening. Stress seems to be the biggest thing that sets things off, so I try and keep chill and relax. I'm very conscious about my health. If I get sick, the Gilenya treatment that I'm on actually reduces the white blood cells in my blood system that are the main army that go in when there's an infection. I have to be very careful of getting an infection or getting sick, picking anything up. If I get a fever, if I start vomiting, if I get diarrhea, I have to go to hospital straight away because my immune system isn't strong enough to fight off an infection and if it gets bad, I've never been in that situation and I don't wish to be, so I'm super careful about what I do. Constantly wash my hands. I've got antibacterial wash everywhere, anywhere and everywhere that I am, at work, at home, everywhere. Recently, and I would only say in the past 6 months or so, I've started to have minor, and I'm very minor, bladder symptoms. It's not losing control, it's not being able to go when I need to, which we're keeping an eye on. We think that is something to just keep an eye on at the moment. It's not causing any issues, it's not stopping me from doing anything, it's just something that I've noticed and that my MS nurse knows about, and we're just waiting and watching that to check it doesn't get any worse. That's mainly what's going on with MS at the moment. It is always there. I get reminded of it sometimes. I try not to let it bring me down. I can't ever say it does. The treatment I'm on is doing what it's supposed to do. So I can't really do anything more. I haven't had a relapse in 2.5 years, so since I started this new treatment I haven't had a relapse, which is amazing. It's just a case of waiting and watching and making sure I'm as healthy as I possibly can be to help my body deal with everything. But it is what it is. What's next for me? I am quite happy with everything that's going on transition wise. I can't see me having any more surgeries. I don't really want lower surgery. It's not something that I really need, that I want. It's too invasive, it's too big a surgery to put myself through, especially having MS and the risks involved, infection, all that. It's not worth it. Possibly in the future, many years down the road, if something new comes up for lower surgery, possibly, but at the moment I'm quite happy with everything that I'm doing. Keeping an eye on my MS, it's stable at the moment. Hopefully it will stay like that for a while, and of course I'll update if anything major happens, but nothing has. I can't promise that it won't take another 3 years for me to update, but that's the main biggies that I wanted to let everyone know. I'm still alive, I'm still here, I'm very happy, everything's going well, and hopefully I will update you soon. Bye.